is a different thing. So what we are lacking in Kenya today is good leadership. We have a crisis of leadership, a deficit of trust. We do not have leadership that can be trusted. We do not have leadership that can follow the rule of law. Leadership that can place the needs of the people first. We have leadership who feel entitled to the positions they are in, who think that leadership is a title deed that they cannot be challenged. They will waive their mandate like a title and tell you, I have got 5 years, and after 5 years, the Constitution, because the Constitution says I can vie, mine is 10 years. They are already entitled. They don't feel the need to be accountable. And I'm not just talking about the presidency. Even members of parliament, they don't feel that they have to be accountable. Nobody.
2007, Kibaki won, and we had data, complete data, that it's Raila who had won the election. I know some people will run away here, but let them run away, because we agreed with the Getahi. I'm speaking to the soul of Getahi. Here is only the body. And we had agreed whoever dies first will reveal this information for the country. So that's why I'm doing it. Our data was showing Raila had won with 1.8 million votes. And I was picked from my house at night, and all the returning officers from Mount Kenya region were held somewhere, and their return forms taken. And I was taken to my office. I found some people, I'm not going to mention their names, and we changed all those figures, and Kibaki won the election against him.
Just looking at the events of that evening, election announcement, and also
did power go out?
There was.
I was at KICC.
There was broadcast, rather. It's not power. It's broadcast goes
those
on.
Are the tales that people build on. I was at KICC. No power went out.
When this minister, powerful minister, asked me to put off the lights, do you know, none of my managers was around. Not even a technician was at the center. People had taken off. This country, the entire country is ODM. Chungwa. So I was looking for technicians. I was looking for, I actually had to go to this, to the station, to the strong room where all the switches are, the switch room. I went with somebody called Ombati, and we had to open the door, and I was looking for my engineer.
And also
did power go out?
Looking at the events of that evening, when power went out, power comes back, election announcement, and also
did power go out?
There was.
I was at KICC.
There was broadcast, rather. It's not power. It's broadcast goes
those
on.
Are the tales that people build on. I was at KICC. No power went out.
When this minister, powerful minister, asked me to put off the lights, do you know, none of my managers was around. Not even a technician was at the center. People had taken off. This country, the entire country is ODM. Chungwa. So I was looking for technicians. I was looking for my engineer, chief engineer. He was nowhere to be found. No technician. So I actually had to go to this, to the station, to the strong room where all the
at KCC, and Kivuit was being stopped from reading the results.
Imeanza kubalikana. Sasa hiyo ile margins ni kidogo, so Tharaka Nithi inakuja na margins inaanza kubadilisha weight haraka sana, na inaendelea kuja every minute, ni Tharaka inasoma, and there is nothing you could do about it, kwa sababu kitu ana announce hapa, Martha Karua anasema yes nini saidi William Ruto wako. No, it is not that, bwana commissioner, it can't be that. I have the facts. Ako na mpaka polling station ya Tharaka yenye imeletwa. Hapana, our agent assigned this number and you've announced this number. That is, we can't agree on that. Hatukubaliani. Martha Karua naye saidi is the sharpshooter. Anamwambia hapana nini. So ikafika mahali ni standoff.
Mr. Chairman, we are submitting, proceed and announce the winner of the election.
We want, if parties want us to retaliate, let there be a retaliate of all the 210 constituencies. Mr. Chairman.
The commission explained to us why our agents in Central Eastern have been refused to sign Form 16A, 18, and 19 by presiding officers in that region.
Workers' Congress 25.
Mr. Chairman, can you listen to me? Mr. Chairman,
turnout percent was 67.
Chairman of this commission.
67.92%.
We are entitled to a recount.
Registered voters 123,948.
We were suspicious. Those results that came in as a bang shocked all of us. And now that SK comes in to say that, it looks like he is confirming what the fears that we had.
If there was rigging, it may have happened at the bottom, in the constituencies. That I have no control myself other than sitting in headquarters. What is brought to me as a commissioner is what we take. So if they were doctored elsewhere, we have no rule. The petitions, you cannot change those elections, those numbers. You become functus official when you announce, when the results come to you, you must announce them, become functus official. Any complainant has now to go to court.
Really, there was something wrong. And had it not exploded the way it was, I believe that we could have corrected it. Because here are officers that we had interviewed, trained, meaning they went through the process well. Now, to reach a level where your boss is calling you and you're not responding, it caused a lot of suspicion.
Answering a question raised by His Excellency Ruto now. Then, as I don't remember, he was a minister for agriculture. He became, that time he was MP and whatnot. And he raised a question about Nithi. And I remember telling him that even where we sit, Starehe is where we are. KICC is in Starehe. No results had come. And that is stone throw. So talking about Nithi, I don't see anything odd, unduly odd, because even in Starehe, we have not had results. So if Kivuito said this, sometime Kivuito made statements occasionally, which were not intended to harm, but they were ill-advised.
We were shocked at the ECK that places like Nairobi, Pangani, and a few others were not bringing in results. We expected places, places to bring in the results late. But a place like Nairobi, it was we didn't expect result to delay because they write their count and bring it there. In fact, it would have been very easy. So that one also left us a little worried. But then on the final day of counting, we went into the afternoon. Then suddenly some results started coming in, which looked a little suspicious. And we said, no, this is not, this image. And there's suspicion because the graph started just rising. And by the time we reached the final counting, Raila was losing. It was that afternoon that the opposition asked us to do verification. And we took a whole night verifying both the opposition and the government, the civil society, and other observers. We stayed all night verifying.
As I said previously, I am not happy to see results coming the way they are coming, because there is no reason why results should be delayed. There cannot be any excuse. I don't find any excuse whatsoever. Because the whole purpose of introducing counting during at the polling station was to hurry up the process. And although I agree there was a challenge because this time there were more voters, the turnout was higher than ever before. That is no excuse for us to have to be here on a Saturday for elections we held on a Thursday. And we can't get our officers, I don't know. So, I don't know where they are. And so, we have asked the police to assist us to trace these people where they are, right?
Mr. Chair, you have confirmed to us here, you are so suspicious about your officers delaying themselves. And that puts more suspicion on us, who are only agents in this room. Mr. Chairman, you are announcing results that yourself you say you are suspicious and you are doubting it. How do we feel?
No, I don't doubt the results. The ones I doubt, I'm saying I cannot understand why they have not come.
We could wait. We know that there's a time limit. But really, in the interest of democracy and justice, although justice delayed, it's just denied. But really, you know better. You know in your heart of hearts that there is something wrong. There is something wrong. And please listen to us. There is something wrong with those figures. If a figure was 66,000, how can does it jump to 95,000? Honestly.
Yesterday when I spoke, I did not say I doubt anything. I did not say figures are being cooked. But I said by staying with the papers for so long, one would suspect they are cooking. There's a difference between suspecting and the actual cooking. This is the sufuria.
It was not correct. In the KICC, we expected to start receiving results at about 10 at night. I don't know what happened. We waited the whole night. There were hardly any results coming in. Then they started coming in the following day, very slow, at a very slow rate. And we started wondering.
It was in the morning. We didn't know. We were just called. We didn't know what it was about. And I remember Minister Mishuki was very agitated. Very, very agitated, and was accusing the media of, blowing this thing up. And the main message was that we needed to de-escalate the situation. So bad because they were saying the Standard had their own, figures. And KTN too. I remember one presenter whose name I won't mention again, when she was presenting, asked, where is this guy getting these figures from? When now it started dawning on the public that actually Kibaki now is recovering and is taking the lead. That is where the problem started. Because already the nation had been prepared that Raila was leading, Raila was going to be the president. And then all of a sudden, Tharaka-Nithi comes, Juja comes, comes, you know. Even as we were there now, wondering, okay, what is happening?
Now listen.
Our fear was we would get, if the president would get win, Raila Odinga would get a judge to issue an injunction stopping the swearing in.
Yeah.
And so we're all locked up in State House. So because if I'm served and Mudhaura is served, then there would be no swearing in the president. And we had gotten, because Wako told us, Amos Wako, Mheshimiwa told us that how Moi had done it before, we had gotten the Chief Justice to be around, just in case. But the figures were not coming, and then there was chaos at KCC.
Yeah.
And as the chaos were going on, I could see it was well calculated to stop Kivuitu from reading the results. Kabisa, Kivuitu was being stopped from reading the results. Because the previous nights, Mother Karua, Mutula Kilonzo, William, I don't know the Rutos in that list, but Orengo and others had gone to KCC and to do tallying.
We reached a level where we thought people were going to start fighting in the KCC. And some of the politicians came on the stage where we were seated. Lucky enough, the GSU were all around there. They came and surrounded us and escorted us back to the office. But you know, we had to announce the results. We had to announce the results on that day. So we moved to the VIP lounge on KICC.
Mwadime, I remember, came and chased people who were really people like the present president, who was with Raila, was aggressive. And word also came that one of them, I don't want to name him, was armed with a grenade to throw at us, right? One of them from Odium. That's why we moved to a guarded room from the center, from the hall where we are announcing elections. And Fit has had it. He is now a big opponent of ODM.
Now, my memory is that after the delegates, the members who were in the hall started making noise and the place looking that it was becoming chaotic, we suddenly saw the GSU who came at the high table. You know, we were sitting on the stage, came and surrounded us, and things were looking bad. We were sort of guided to go back to our sitting room. The number of the grenade, and I didn't hear about it. If it happened, I mean, if someone says something like that, perhaps they had evidence, perhaps it was the talk, the rumor of the day. I cannot subscribe to that.
Listen, Bahari.
So during this period in State House, Kibaki was cool. He was just waiting, and his view was, let Kivuitu announce the results. Let us know what the results were.
Evening. So this guy breaks the news. Is in Bwana government spokesman. Si mnaona vile kunaendelea, na I hope huyu ndio kijana alikuwa ananiambia anakuja. So daktari akamwambia so hatujui vile siku inaisha, lakini kuna kitu moja tunajua. Kibaki mpaka kwa rais. And tumeangalia hii kesi yote, the senior most government official ni wewe. And tunajua uko na security. Tunajua the security structure ya KICC. Tunajua Nimrod ni sergeant ya polisi na kuna ile extra security card So at Dr. Mutua calls me in the office, nikaingia. The secretary was not there. Tulikuwa tu sisi. So I find him with another guy. Tukakaa. I would never been armed the way I was armed that day. Actually, when we got to this briefing at around 4:30 in the office, I remember a DCI guy calling me and telling me, Nimrod, you need to test your gun and take a few shots, and we see how good you are. So there is a range, a government range. A range is a place where security guys go and train on firing. There is a government range in town. So we went to this building within town. Actually, vile nimesikia ile shida imekuwa shida kubwa, na hii plan wako nayo, ile kitu wanataka kututumia nimeshinda vile wataifanya, ni vile Kivuitu watatoka KICC. Ni kama hiyo ndio shida kubwa. From Dr. Mutua's words, ile kitu imewachanganya kabisa, ni vile Kivuitu atatoka KICC. But go so much of the target depending on a certain distance. So even with the extra fire they gave me, I stuck to mine. But with this officer who had been charged with the duty of making sure and testing my marksmanship capabilities and the gun I'm using. You know, different guns will fire differently. Then the person firing, depending on his skills, the gun will also fire in a certain way. So we went to test the gun. I tested it before him, and whatever he did with the information, I don't know. But I knew he was reporting somewhere that Nimrod yako sawa. Because hakuniambia anibadilishie bunduki. I told him he's working, I will work with my gun. Akaniambia bunduki ukwama. So you have to have another one. Kwa sababu hii yako ikikwama, what do you do? So we took the second one. It worked perfectly, like mine, and we went ahead. No, it gets to a point where it's do or die. You know, in the military, there is the very most important training thing you learn is see before you are seen, kill before you are killed. That will save your life, or that will make you killed. If Kahemba, you see me before I see you, and you shoot me before I shoot you, I'm won. If I see you before you see me, and shoot you before you shoot me, I retain my life.